Erica. Maxine had gone first. And even getting to the audition, Erica, was like, that in itself was God. I can't even put it in. There's no other way to say it. There's no other way to see it. It was absolutely God. It was like I was at an all-day concert, and I had been there many times through high school. Like my last 2 years of high school, we would go to Summer Jam. And that's what it was. And it was like all these acts that were performing. And I was with my friend from high school. We were 2 years out of high school. And we were at this concert with our friends and other friends. And when we got to the top of our section, because it was in between acts, and we were going just to kind of look at guys and kind of flirt, look around and all that. And this guy was at the top of our section, and he said, "Excuse me, are you a model?" And I was like, "No." I didn't even say no. Really, I just kind of shaded him. And we tried to go to the restroom. The restroom line was too long. We got some popcorn, a drink or whatever, and we came back. He was still standing there. Wow. And he said, "Excuse me." And I was like, "I am not a model." And he said, "Are you a singer?" Okay, now you got my full attention. Like, what? Oh, yes, I'm. It was like that. It was just like that. And I just know that was God. It was meant for me to be in the group. It was meant for me to go to that audition. I mean, the Bay Area is full of women that are talented as hell. Every city has talented women. I don't care, from here to Alaska to Europe to wherever. Mm-hmm. There's talented people across the globe. So the fact that he stayed there, even though I was rude to him the first time, and was still there when I got back, you're talking 22 to 25,000 people. Mm-hmm. Walking back and forth. When he was talking to me the second time, I was like, "No, I'm not a model." I was looking around people just to talk to him. And so I know that it was God, because even Brenda Vaughn, like I was just talking to you about her, like she could have gone to the audition. She may have gotten in the group. I think she was older than us, so maybe not. They were looking for a certain age group, but the woman is talented as hell. So it's easy that she could have auditioned at least, And the fact that I got in, that was a God moment. There's certain times in my life that I know God, I know for a fact. Every day that you breathe, it's God. But there's certain moments that he steps up and shows you and proves that, yes, this is me. I am here. I'm with you. You're not alone. You are not alone. And that was one of those moments. And because if I was as rude, if I talked to two young guys that I thought could have been in a group or could have been a singer, and I think he was probably, looking back in hindsight, he was probably a talent scout. Okay. And if those two young men were as rude as we were to him, I would have been like, "Fuck y'all. Oh my God, no. Like, let me go find some good, talented young men like that are nice to me, because we were so mean. I was mean. But it was meant to be. It was God again. It was God.
And when did you find out that you actually made the group? Did you find out that same day that you were in the studio, or was it like a waiting process to let you know that you made the group?
It was a waiting process. It was about maybe Maxine had asked me at the audition, she asked me to do a show with her and sing background for her. She had a show at this place called Jeffries that I think Jeffries is still around. Jeffries is still around in Oakland. It's one of those spots that your grandparents hung out. Your granddaddy used to hang out and catch little young girls. Your parents used to hang out. And now here's my age group hanging out at Jeffries. Like, it was that kind of place. And Maxine was doing a show. She asked me to sing background. I said, yes, but I don't have any clothes. She said, "Okay, well, I'm going to call you in a couple of days to, just kind of like, 'cause you can come over and look at what I have. And I have some dresses that you can borrow." So she called me that next day. 2 days later. And then she said, "Okay, so this is my band. I still don't have a keyboard player, and I don't have a bass player maybe. And I only have 2 background singers, and you're another one of them, but I have to have 3. So I want one more girl. So you and another girl are 2, and I got to get one more. This is the song list." She gave me her song list, which was top 40 back then. She was just doing, cover band. Mm-hmm. And then she said, "And when you come over, I'll show you some dresses and stuff." And I was like, "Cool." So we got off the phone. About a week later, Maxine called me back again, and she said, "Okay, so anytime you want to come over, I'll show you what I have." I finally got a bass player. I got a keyboard player and another girl to sing background. And oh my God, I can't believe we're in the group. What? Huh? She said, I cannot what? She said, you didn't know? I was like, Max, wait a minute. No, what are you saying? What are you saying? Wait. So, okay, wait. So Denny, who told you that? She said, Denny, he didn't call you? I said, no. She said, oh my God, yes, we're all in the group. I said, okay, us meaning who? Because it was, Terry got there super late. And I just verified that because Maxine and I both went back and forth earlier this year about what time Terry actually got to the audition, but she did get there. We did a show called Private Sessions, and she said it in this interview that I think it's on YouTube, that she got there. Her flights were late all day long, and I remember that. So I said, wait, so who's in the group, Maxine? Who? Did Denny say, okay, he said, Cindy is in, she said, Cindy, me, Terry, and you. I said, because there was another girl named Jordana that was really rude, Erica.
Oh,
she was ghetto.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, she came in like,
do?
She was Maxine's roommate and didn't tell Maxine, first of all, about the audition. Maxine was like, where you going? Because they would live together. They were roommates. And she was like, oh, I got an audition today. And Max was like, oh, okay, good luck. And then Maxine's friend, I think a mutual friend of Jordana and Maxine, called her and said, Max, there's an audition today. You want to go? You know, I'll take you, you know. And so Ken, his name is Ken, and he brought Maxine to the audition. But, you know, you're my roommate and you're not going to tell me that you're going to an audition. Like, you don't want me to audition too?
Right. I mean, that is shady. That's shady.
That's some shady shit. Yeah.
Right.
And then the fact that she was like maybe about 3 hours into the audition, she was like, so where's the beer? Like, y'all don't have no food? Y'all ain't gonna feed us? She was like that. Like, so I was like, oh my God, she is not making the group.
No.
She's done. She killed her for her own self. My sister was pregnant. She wasn't even asking for food. You know what I mean? She wasn't asking for nothing. So they finally did get food for us though. But yeah, Maxine I said, so Maxine, just one more time. Denny said, so Maxine, you're in the group, and Maxine, Cindy's in the group, and Maxine, Terry's in the group, and Maxine, Dawn is in the group. He said my name. Did he say my name? She said, yes, Dawn. He said, you're in the group. I was like, ah! Could not believe it because he hadn't called me yet. And then the very next day he called me and I was like, I already know. And he's like, how do you know? And I said, because Maxine called me. He said, yeah, well, you're in the group. You made it. And I was like, oh my God, Denny, thank you so much. Wow. I know he regrets it to this day because I was a big mouth. I was a big mouth. I was like, where's the money? I didn't care about the food. Pay us. You know what I mean?